Hey everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you this week.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Joe, say a word.
OJ, that's today's word. He's amazing. Wouldn't you like a little OJ? Wait, I was going to say something.
That's good. That's good enough, Joe.
Phrasing.
Our word.
Yeah.
Oh, you were going to do something. All right, anyways. It's us. Please hit the subscribe button. Spread the word. Let people know about our channel. It'd be great. And if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty and support us directly, join the mobile infantry with the YouTube join button or the Patreon. So thank you guys so much. I hope you are enjoying the content. And let's get to the news. First in AJS news, I was out of town, so I just got back. So if you're wondering what my opinion is on Madden or Avengers, well, we don't have an Avengers copy, but that's not till, what, it comes out like September 4th. Yeah, I think it's around 4th. And then the Madden is, that'll be coming shortly. So you'll feel it from where you're at. Don't worry. It'll be good. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to the news.
All right, so we've been talking about the ongoing lawsuits between Epic and Apple and Epic and Google. And if you're not caught up with this whole fiasco, Epic sells Fortnite on the Apple Store and the Google Store. And for selling on those stores, Google and Apple take 30% of all transactions. So every $10 in V-Bucks, they get $3. Epic didn't like that, and so they put something in there to weasel their way out of it, and so Apple doesn't get any of the money, Google doesn't get any of the money.
Cut 'em out.
And so Apple and Google just said, well, if you're not going to follow our rules, fuck off, get off our platform. Booted them off the platform, and now Epic is suing them.
We got booted.
And then Apple went a step further and said, not only are we going to boot Fortnite off this platform, we're going to shut off all of the Unreal stuff, all your developer tools, everything that's related to you on here, gone. And Epic said, well, look, we've got a legit beef over here, but you can't do that. And sued them over. Said, we're going to get a restraining order. You cannot turn off these tools. And a judge this week agreed with them, saying, you are not allowed. You can kick Fortnite off. Fortnite is gone. But you cannot take away the developer tools, cut off Unreal, and all of the other things that are on there. So big win for them.
Yeah, I thought that would happen. Last week when we talked about it, I said, I think their legal argument for the Fortnite thing, opening a store within their stores, and hey, we have it cheaper. That's probably not going to work so well. But then their second grievance where you started taking away their dev tools because you banned them on Fortnite or you ripped Fortnite off the store. That was probably going to have some problems. And turns out, it does have some legal basis, and Apple lost on there. So that's good.
That is good. And the other thing is we're seeing development in what's happening as far as the games are concerned. Now, this is what we're actually concerned with. These two corporations that are both dicks a lot of the time, fighting over who gets to share all of our, the money that we give them. I don't really care. When it comes down to it, it doesn't affect me at all. But now, as far as the games, we're seeing that Fortnite's going to be almost split into two different games. Fortnite has a huge variety of new content coming out. They're talking, I think it's a potentially Marvel-themed new season. Big
you
money.
See that, Joe? They got a trailer for Marvel, and guess who one of the characters is? If I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw Thor flying around. Okay, so you're telling me that Marvel is gonna have somebody as powerful as Thor flying around, but DC, when they did their shit, couldn't have motherfucking Polka Dot Man? See, that's what Polka Dot Man gets respect.
All right.
Polka Dot Man. I wasn't talking about nobody else, you see, because y'all always saying that all
Condiment Man.
Yeah.
Both great heroes.
Yeah, they need to be in Fortnite. Fucking asshole.
So if you play Fortnite on Apple, you're not going to have access to any of the new content that's coming out because they won't be able to update any of those things. So there will be pretty much two versions of Fortnite. The one with all the Marvel characters and then the new content. There's probably going to be new, Epic last week had that.
Fortnite is not even on the store anymore.
But the people who are launching it on iOS still are launching it through iOS.
But there's no updates.
But there's no updates. There's no any other content on there. So now, so according to The Verge, there's now probably two versions of the game, and as the time goes on, they're going to be further and further apart when it comes down to what content's available to those people. Now, Epic has, of course, put a really nice warning in there saying, look, the developers have our opportunity to release content on a variety of places, pretty much nudge, get the fuck off iOS, let's go over to something else. They were pretty nice about how they worded it, but this thing's going to be ongoing. Epic seems to be winning the petty fight, which is super fun as an outsider.
The first battle, not the war. for you.
Yeah, we'll have to see when it comes down to money what ends up happening. So I'm sure we'll have something for you next week when it comes down to what Epic is doing.
Maybe Epic will do another Apple video.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, another tournament or something that's just all the bad guys are apples.
Just to confirm, there is a Fortnite on the Apple Store.
Yes,
Yes.
the older version. Not,
But I thought they pulled off Fortnite of the Apple Store.
You can still launch it on iOS though.
People who have already downloaded.
Already downloaded, yes.
Right, because that stays on phones.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of the time, the PS4s are sold with PT, because you've already got it downloaded, and people sell phones and things with some apps that have disappeared. I remember that. Okay, cool. I understand now.
Cool. Halo news. Lots and lots of Halo news coming out. Lots and lots of Halo rumors at the beginning of this week.
postponed. Got it.
There were people on the internet saying, well, the reason that it's been postponed is they can't figure out how to make it work on Xbox One, so they're probably going to cancel on Xbox One. None of that shit was true, and it became such a popular thing to spread around the internet that even 343 Industries said, no, idiots. We told you from the very beginning that it will be on both consoles, and so they publicly came out and squashed the rumors.
Probably started by Sony fanboys.
Somebody, yeah. So they said, we're seeing lots of fake leaks out there, so please don't believe everything that you read. There are no plans to change our 2021 release or the devices and platforms we will be supporting. We're building Halo Infinite to be the best it can be on each device and platform. So if you were worried that they're just going to cancel it to make it come out earlier because it couldn't get it to work, it's not true. And that was such a popular rumor.
I want to see Craig on 8K.
Yeah,
okay?
8K.
Give me Craig with all them details.
Yeah, the face moving. We had more Xbox news. Old Bungie veteran Joseph Staten, who worked on the original trilogy, is now leading work on the upcoming Shooters campaign. They're bringing in people that have a track record of making sure that these games come out on time, that they're familiar with how all this stuff works. And honestly, it's
bringing them in.
It's just good PR. Well, it's probably in worse trouble than we thought it was if they're bringing people in after the fact. So
that's what I'm saying. This game might not be coming out right around the corner that we thought it was.
Yeah, so he's now project lead for the game's single-player campaign. He had worked at Bungie for a really long time, but he has been since working in Microsoft as a senior creative director. And so he just moved over departments and now is heading up the campaign. Now, it is incredibly worrying that in a game that should have come out November, so we're talking
Couple months.
2 months, 3 months away, that they have brought someone in to oversee the campaign. It's like, this is the polish time. Like, everything should be done. And then you're like, no, we need some guy to,
oversee
redesign.
the polish of the campaign.
Yeah,
please?
they didn't use those words.
No.
So I do worry that they may be in trouble. And we've talked a lot about some of these games, like Vampire the Masquerade was something else where the head writer and then the head designer gone, and they may be redoing all of the campaigns on that again. It's like, how far away are these release dates going to get pushed? So it's a weird time with COVID, but it was also a time where people are trying to shove out games before they're ready, and they're getting punished for it. So,
these games already had tight schedules. COVID doesn't make that any easier because they did, have to shut down and send people home. So, understood. Bad for Xbox and a little worrying for us as gamers and what's going on. But ultimately, you're bringing in talented people who can help get the job done and just get it right the first time. That's the main thing.
Yes, absolutely. This is a story that's exciting, and everyone brought it up. And we actually talked about this in June of this year. There was a class action lawsuit against Apple for loot boxes based on a California law and how they determine what is gambling and how they specifically define what value is. Now, it's not a for sure thing, but there's a class action lawsuit currently ongoing against Apple. Now, EA was also roped into that as well. Same law firm, different groups of people claiming that they lost everything on Ultimate Team, but now they are in the same class action lawsuit using the same. They're trying to establish this legal precedent, so it just automatically wins this one. So EA may be having to defend themselves in court, which is always nice to see. Again, the lawsuit says it falls under California's definition of illegal gambling device as a machine aperture device. Something of value is given to play, and the player may receive something of value by element of chance. And so that legal definition is a little bit different than some of the other ones. And based on that wording, they feel they've got a pretty good chance to take down EA and Apple.
That would be very amazing. I would love it because I'm tired of seeing these fucking packs and all these loot boxes. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, Ultimate Team is just as bad as it's ever been. and
Yeah,
all of these
same
new
with
ones,
this
so.
year. Obviously, it's a pay-to-win mechanic and so stupid. They neglect the main core of the game.
Yeah, well, you got to buy the packs, otherwise. It's
Fuck
yeah.
that.
Absolutely. You think they're gonna win?
Oh, how naive you are. How naive
I'm not
y'all
saying it's
are.
going to change.
Even if they win in one state in the United States, how naive y'all are. It's not going to change anything, I don't think, unless it's passed via legislation, via Congress, via multiple states, you know.
Yeah, I think that this is not the thing that eradicates loot boxes. This is the thing where you're talking about one of the largest markets in the world in California, banning something, changing how something is legislated, and that can start or continue the avalanche of legislation that's needed to actually get to where we want to go. So, no, I don't think that this is going to be the thing that ends Ultimate Team, but this could be the thing that, it's like senators looking like, hey, California did something. Maybe we need to start looking at some of those things too.
We basically upgraded from a spitballs to a small dagger, a tiny dagger. Well, EA still
do a lot
has
of damage,
chainmail
though.
armor though. I'm saying
Okay.
that's what I'm saying is that you
Go
can
for the
find maybe
eyes.
you can find a weakness.
Go for the eyes.
Go for the
Yeah,
eyes.
right.
Go
They
for
have to look.
their armpits. Maybe
There you go.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's ultimately good news, and ultimately we'll keep track on that and see how it resolves. But I'm telling you, don't hold out hope because when it's these one-time occurrences and these one-time definitions for this particular state or this country, EA is able to isolate that and then send their best lawyers and spend resources and money to crush that. Because what that does is forms a domino effect for all the other areas. What you really need to do in order to attack this situation is to have it pop up in multiple states at once. And that's what, we need to work on that behind the scenes. We need to get with senators. We need to get with politicians and have it spread like wildfire. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one.
We got some good news this week from about Doom. So we got information about the upcoming, we thought it was just like a DLC, but it turns out it's a standalone experience. You do not need to own Doom Eternal to play Ancient Gods. I already own Doom Eternal, so it doesn't matter.
Like, who doesn't?
Yeah,
It's a
so if you
badass
don't, you should go
game.
get that
You
one.
have to own it.
It's great, but so they're putting this thing out there. They're saying, look, this isn't just an add-on. We always saw these two things as two separate equal storylines. And so this looks like it's going to be a little bit more than just like a normal DLC where you're thinking, like 10 hours. So we're going to get a large experience about it. So we want the DLC to reach as many people as possible. In fact, you don't even need to own Doom Eternal to buy the DLC and play it. They're both part of the year one pass, so you can suppose that they're both within a year of launch. So, and then so the other thing he said is for us, this is very much like a two-part film. This is every bit as grand as the main game was. And I thought the main game was pretty damn grand. So I'm really, really excited for this
More
one.
rip and tear for me.
More rip and tear.
Always good. We want to see what happened before, and then we'll see what happened after. It's going to be good. It's a great game and great storyline, and well done.
Mm-hmm. And then you wanted to talk about, we have one last thing that we wanted to talk about in this one.
I have several last things, big things. We got a huge bombshell recently that PlayStation 5 lacks backwards compatibility, potentially confirmed. It's been up in the air whether they do PS1, PS2, PS3, or they're going to find a way around that or just use the PS Play Store. Looks like they didn't find a way around it, and Xbox might have an edge there if they end up, winning the backwards compatibility race. Because according to Ubisoft's support site, which is already posting some PS5, support stuffs in preparation for the console's eventual release, they said that. And it's a tweet here, or this guy posted a tweet with the actual question and answer from Ubisoft. And they say backwards compatibility will be available for supported PS4 titles on PlayStation 5, but will not be possible for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, or PlayStation games. And that's fucking huge because, every time a Sony console comes out, and though it's incredibly hard to do because of the library and some of the different architectures of the previous consoles, especially the cell processor, but people still hold out hope for it, and I was holding out hope for it, and man, what a way to announce it, like, yes, PS5 is coming out, plus we're backwards compatible 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 0, whatever. Right? Not gonna happen. It looks like if this Ubisoft support site is to be believed. And then a next one, and this, talking about small daggers. Okay, it's as if Joe came by and it was recently announced that The Witcher is getting a mobile game, Monster Slayer gameplay. Are you ready to catch them all?
No.
Oh,
Gotta
God.
catch 'em all. Fight monsters on your mobile device in the scariest environment of all the real world. Take on giant ogres, scorpion things, griffins at your local park, or take on a dragon on a water slide or something. Even Geralt himself. This happens, by the way, before Geralt's time, if you're wondering where this is placed in the
So do we have to prepare for
story or
battles with,
plot
herbs,
line of the
start
Witcher?
collecting herbs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit?
So that's what I'm wondering is if it's a mobile game and it's that little AR game,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
So you're
God.
walking around, getting people outside. It just seems like not a great time to release it. At least we got the pandemic thing going on, and we're all this social
6
stuff. You have
feet.
to get together to bring down potentially big monsters. Maybe they've disabled that feature for now, that kind of stuff. But more concerning to me, obviously, I'm a huge proponent CD Projekt Red. I give them all their praises when they deserve it, but you know what? It is very important for somebody like me to maintain, that a semblance of being able to tell them, hey, okay.
What are you
Just
doing?
getting a little worried.
What are you
Okay,
doing?
whoa, whoa, Witcher mobile game. Whoa, Witcher pachinko machine. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so I'd like to do that now. Just say, is it possible that CD Projekt Red can make a mobile game and it be amazing? It's already happened, Thronebreaker. So they can do great mobile games that aren't filled with microtransaction garbage. So, Joe, people will be like, well, Joe, this will be the one company that'll do it right, and they won't microtransaction you to death or,
Let's hope not, but we'll.
But let me
check
also
it out.
offer to those people that might say that, let me also offer, that's been true for other companies in the past. Once they dip their toe into that mobile money and then it explodes, like if this shit fucking explodes and they get like a revenue stream that's bigger than fucking Witcher's revenue stream or
You'd be like,
something.
whoa, that's
Once you get a
Let's
little
do that
taste of that,
again.
once you get a little taste. Once you get a little taste of that. Now, I'm not saying that would ever like shut down this department or whatever, but I've seen it before with NetherRealm. I've seen it, from their Mortal Kombat mobile, and you start to see things start to creep in over time. And I'm just worried about it. And so I'll be keeping an eye on it. And when it comes out, I'll probably download it to see what exactly are the transactions in here. You're not really interested in the AR stuff.
No, I think mobile. I don't like mobile games at all. I have no games.
There
on
are
my
really
phone.
good mobile games. You shouldn't be like, fuck all mobile games. They're
No,
good
no,
ones.
fuck all mobile. For me, fuck all mobile games. I don't
Okay.
have time in my life, and it's not a judgment on people who play mobile games. Like they're probably fun ones, but we play video games all day, and I go home and play video games right before I go to bed. There's never a time where I'm like, I need to play a mobile game right now. Like I got stuff
I understand.
to do.
There are people
So-
out there like that. But
if you're sitting at your desk and you're at work and then there's nothing going on right now and you want to pop in and play do something.
Yeah, honestly,
I get it. It's just
yeah.
for me. I don't. No.
I have some stupid games whenever I'm waiting in the airport.
I like
that
some.
when I'm
In
traveling.
fact, one of the greatest 4Xs is on mobile is Imperium Galactica 2. I have no idea how it ended up on mobile, so I would used to fart around on my iPad and play that. They even did Rome Total War. They did some of the Total Wars on mobile, so it's kind of can't really put my computer on my fucking bed and fart around before I go to sleep. So there's a few. So as long as the microtransactions and timers and all that kind of bullshit, that stuff worries me.
Always
so
timers.
our favorite publisher, CD Projekt Red, is now going full on in to the mobile market. They already had a mobile game, but this one's full on in, assumedly with a bunch of microtransactions. And the thing about gaming and journalists is that, like, I looked all these stories and I can't find anywhere where like anybody's questioning them on microtransactions, like what is this going to do, this and that. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, or if somebody can link me to an article that you might have found, but I've not been able to find one. So that's it. So we got the PlayStation 5, we got the Witcher game, and then there was one other thing I was trying to find here. Oh, yes. So Gamescom recently happened. And in that, they showed off, if you'll show it, Joe, the trailer, more of a behind-the-scenes kind of teaser trailer at the next Dragon Age. So obviously this is huge for us.
Scared.
It's super scary, right? They start the video off right away, but I've been at BioWare many years, and I've seen, try to this same old BioWare guy. Don't worry about it. We got people here that's been here from the beginning, and I don't know. So BioWare gave us our first look at the next Dragon Age game, and what kind of worried me a little bit is, Hudson, Casey Hudson is presenting, and he's like, this is all we're still in pre-production. I'm like, wait, what? I thought
pre-production. We're thinking about talking about.
We're thinking about talking about it, but then there's later on you see footage from it. So I don't fucking know. I guess you're pre-production because you canceled the other one that was in development, and then you redid it, and then so maybe they're setting expectations, right? And that they're a little further along.
They set expectations when they did Anthem.
Yeah, well, that was
two coming out soon.
That was the thing, is that some people were giving them a little bit of jabbing.
They deserve a lot more shit than people gave them.
Yeah,
they went from like one of the best of them to the worst of them, and they need to prove to me as a consumer that they aren't going to fill this with all the shit that everyone has been telling us for years that they're going to fill it with. A game is a live service and filled with microtransactions and none of the heart, and they had that, and then they canceled it because they're like, well, we can't overly monetize this. Fuck them.
Yeah, well, and they said one of the key lines in there was, this is a story. We wanted to tell a story about what happens when you don't have the power and when people aren't willing to address the issues. That already happened in Anthem.
Yeah.
So a little bit of friendly ribbon there for you on your next, because you've got we got an uphill battle here. I want them to succeed. I wish them luck, because this is an important franchise. It's all original creatures, all original flora, all original architecture. I'm like, okay, that's great, but I mean, is it going to look completely different from all the Dragon Ages that we're saying? Is it completely different? Why are you calling it Dragon Age? But we'll just have to stay tuned and see this next Dragon Age. I think we're all collectively worried about it.
Oh yeah,
terrified,
without a doubt.
Well, you called it an uphill battle, but it's like, who put themselves in the hole?
Yeah,
they put themselves in the hole.
Keep digging.
Yeah, they ran down the hill and hit their head on every rock on the way down.
Yeah, it's like you put yourselves in the hole that you have to fight your way out of. It's like, I don't feel all that bad for you.
But hopefully, with all hands on deck in the main studio, and then maybe they're treating the other studios better, and they're focusing on Dragon Age,
I think they're still split.
It will show very nicely.
I want it to be good. Yeah. I really do. But
we all do.
So that's it, guys, and thank y'all so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Throw us a like. If you like our stuff a lot, click these links down below: the Patreon, the YouTube join button. Form that backbone of the mobile infantry, so we can get past all this stupid demonetization that happens from YouTube from time to time, which, like, on our last fucking review, our last review got demonetized, and I fought back against it. I guess that this is kind of where I can put those updates. So yeah, I put that out. I think it was like on Saturday, and or it was a late Friday, Saturday, and it got demonetized for excessive cursing, and I was like, oh great, so I'm not going to ever be able to do angry reviews the way I want them. Well, that's why we have the mobile infantry. That's why we have the backers. But the ruling was wrong. It was like, you cursed within the first 30 seconds, or in your thumbnail, and I was like, no, I didn't. So, eventually I was like, I submitted it for a review. Of course, they're not there during the weekends. You got to wait, and then you wait and wait, and then by then a YouTube video's life is already gone. But anyways, it's thanks to you guys that support the show, that watch the show, or go above and beyond the Call of Duty with the mobile infantry, that that stuff doesn't quite hurt as much as it. But it's just, it's just shitty to see YouTube, who is supposed to be supporting creators, to, have all these little restrictions and dumb things that happen from time to time. So this is just episode 1 of 2 news episodes this week. So we only had 1 last week. We have 2 this week, all about our favorite game, Call of Duty. So stay tuned for that one, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.